If a caravan isn't going to be used in the winter, there are quite a lot of jobs that need to be done, and they're usually set out in an owner's manual. We made a very long video of all the jobs that are recommended prior to the winter. For instance, we talked about using a moisture inhibitor on the 12, 13 or whatever it is pin socket that you've got. We said leave the handbrake off. We said that provided it's flat ground and you've been able to check the wheels. We talked about things like the toilet and the fact that if it's left over winter, spray some of this on the lip seal, the rubber seal, or use olive oil. We talked about the sink. Make sure the taps are all left open. Make sure the water is drained down from the water heater because frost is a damaging thing. And we talked about things like the blinds, whether they should be down or up. All of that was covered in depth, but there was something else, and that was try not to park near a tree. So why are you saying, is there a huge tree here? And what's the problem about that? Well, it just couldn't be avoided. And the downside is, even though this was cleaned and polished about 6 weeks ago, the results are here for everybody to see. The green that's formed all around the front. And just above the window, there's a guttering. And in that guttering, it is absolutely chock-a-block with leaves. Of course, you could say, what about putting a caravan cover all over the top? Yes, that's something, as long as you've polished it first, and then it's a discouragement from using your caravan. And also the cover gets covered with this too. Anyway, we've covered a lot of things, but I'd like you to come and check with me something about the tyres and other things. Follow on and let's look closely. Now, it's strange that there's more damage done to a tyre when a caravan is parked than when it's actually towed on the road. And that's because it's the same section here that receives all the weight of the caravan. So we recommended that you, every now and again, perhaps every couple of months, you move the van a little bit, and then 2 months later you moved it back. But look, we had a jack fitted only recently, and you may have seen the video. With the aid of the jack, you lift the corner steadies the other side, so this can then be elevated, and then it's just a case of remove the lock, turn this a small amount, replace the lock, lower it, corner steadies down, job complete. Now we must talk about the battery, because we've said before this is not a fit and forget accessory. You need to charge it all the time that the caravan is in storage. You can put it in the garage and do that, but in this case we've coupled up to a socket in the house, and a timer puts it on for about 5 hours every day. So here's an inexpensive accessory I'd advise you to buy. It's a portable RCD. It goes into the 13 amp socket on the house. You then take the orange cable with an adapter, plug it in here, and the effect is this part of the cable is then safe. Even if someone were to cut through it, this would trip out. So those are some items for you to consider when the caravan is put away for the winter. You've got to look after it, even though it's not on the road.